Last night, little Betty, the prototype telescope funded by you guys, kicked ass.
Yay! We've done it.
She was far sharper than any of the big telescopes I've used in the UK, and very nearly as sharp as the mighty IAC-80.
Wow.
The reason Betty can beat the big boys is because she's portable. I can take her from London to up Tenerife's giant volcano in under 6 hours. Here, the atmosphere is incredibly unwobbly.
We're at 0.4 arcsecond.
Which makes her shots incredibly unblurry. Look at this, sharp as anything. Thanks in no small part to Betty's designer, robot engineer Kerry, my evil plan of building a telescope as sharp as the giant observatory that sits atop a Kit Peak has taken a giant leap forward.
This could be a telescope revolution.
But to actually match Kit Peak's resolution, something is going to have to change. Either we throw Betty on the scrap heap and use her insides to build a new, bigger telescope, which doesn't sound nice, or I can take Betty somewhere where the atmosphere is even less wobbly.
So is this the best place in the Canaries?
Observatory guide Raquel comes from the sparsely populated island of La Palma.
We have over there darkest skies down here.
As well as being darker, the atmosphere is less wobbly, because La Palma's volcano rises more steeply.
Normally in La Palma is much better than here.
The seeing?
Yeah, you should go.
If we take Betty there, she might be as sharp as Kit Peak. The ferry to La Palma leaves from Los Cristianos.
Oh dear, I'm running very late.
Even if we catch this ferry, we'll only have one night on La Palma because tomorrow I'm flying back to London.
Late for the ferry update. I'm stuck behind a slow person on a perilous mountain track.
But if La Palma is as good as they say it is, this bonkers rush trip is gonna absolutely be worth it.
Whew, made it.
3 years ago, La Palma's southern volcano erupted, destroying thousands of buildings. But don't worry, this isn't the volcano where I'm gonna set Betty up. We're actually passing underneath that one and heading to the north of the island, where there is a much more ancient volcano, which is so incredibly big, it's an entire kilometre taller than the tallest mountain in the UK. If you can get high enough up the mountain, it's the best seeing in Europe. Up until about 1800 metres, the seeing is pretty average. But then you leave the clouds and humid, turbulent air beneath you as you pass through an inversion layer into a realm of clear, crisp and ultra-stable skies. This is surely the best place to test Betty out. The road leads me to the rim of the giant volcano's caldera, which is bagged by some of the biggest telescopes in the world. This one's the biggest, and this one is the 23rd biggest.
This is the 4.2 metre William Herschel telescope.
And I'm interested in this one because it is the nearest in size to my nemesis, Kit Peak, just 20 centimetres in it. How can Betty possibly match the sharpness of a monster like this?
I don't believe telescope resolution depends on size, folks. Well, I mean, it does, but I think the bigger factor is location, which is why I've brought my little 8-incher to La Palma to take on a telescope like that one.
If the air in this location is even more stable than the air above Kit Peak, it's possible Betty could be as sharp. Thing is, even though the air up here is stable, it's actually moving quite fast. We've got a wind speed of about 15 knots, and that is gonna buffet Betty's tube, causing her to shake.
So, I'm on my way to meet a guy who knows a secret place where it's super dark, the atmosphere is supersonically calm, and it's not very windy. I'm here to meet Angelo.
Right. Hey, is that you?
Yes, hi buddy, how you doing?
How are you? Angelo, nice to meet you.
Italian nerd Angelo used to live a stone's throw from me in London.
When I moved here, it felt like the astro paradise.
Yeah, oh man.
Now he lives here.
Not a bad little spot.
There's no wind here, because his house is on the leeward side of the volcano. And his secret spot is as high up the volcano as you can get on this same sheltered side.
Angelo,
But before we ascend,
have you got those files that I sent over?
Yes.
I need to check Betty is working.
Oh, look. Yeah,
look
that
at
is the one that I'm excited about.
The subs of the Triangulum Galaxy are brilliant, but later that night, I moved on to Andromeda.
Oh
As you
dear.
can see here.
Yeah, the corners are off. Oh, really off.
These subs are blurry because something has made Betty's primary and secondary mirrors move out of alignment.
It feels to me like Betty was amazing straight after collimation early in the night.
Yeah.
And then something pretty catastrophic happened and she went really bad.
If Betty loses collimation tonight, there's no way we'll match Kit Peak.
All right, I'm ready. Where are we going?
So we are going now to a secret spot, which is at 2,100 meters of altitude.
But it's not easy to get to.
Well, it's not. If everything goes well, we are going to get there in one piece.
I would have thought that was a minimum requirement,
I
yeah?
hope that is insured, and you are too.
Oh God. All right. Good, I'm on for it. Let's do it.
Come on.
All right. Oh, I nearly crashed into the wall. Oh no. Not a good start, everybody. I mean, even getting out of his drive is a pain. Oh, there he is. Pretty much caught him up, that's good.
Driving straight up the volcano is not for the faint-hearted.
Come on.
At 1,400 meters, we hit a 1 in 3 steep gravel track.
Come on.
This ultra-steep slope is standing between me and the best view of the universe I'll ever have seen.
I'm gonna make the car lighter, I'm gonna unpack and give it another go.
I need to kick off from a less steep bit.
Okay, second attempt. Didn't work either.
I could hear you trying your best and the car wasn't coming.
So luckily, Angelo knows another way up. So, I mean, fingers crossed, I'm gonna be gutted if we can't get up there.
Okay, let's try again. Hopefully this track will at least get me above the inversion layer at 1,800 meters. Don't worry folks, just a little pothole.
Here goes, everybody. Yeah, done it. Something else has happened.
I'm not sure we can make it up here.
Angelo's stopped in front of quite a big pothole on an extremely steep slope.
Here, we turn left and then left again.
There's one last track to try.
Well, let's try it. I mean, it's silly to risk killing ourselves, isn't it?
Yes.
Folks, this is absolutely first gear land here.
At the third try, we made it to 1,500. Only 600 left. Now it's getting serious. There are no mistakes allowed. Otherwise, whew, we're gonna fly.
Oh my God. Guys, if you could see what I was seeing now. Sweet Lord have mercy. My engine's getting very smelly. But I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like we're gonna get there. I feel like I'm gonna be able to set Betty up in one of the best astro locations in the whole of Europe. Better even than Kit Peak.
Here we are, folks. We have reached the secret place. Only clearly, it's not a completely secret place, being as a group of territorial French astronomers have cordoned off the top spot.
There is no space there.
These guys are observers. They need complete darkness to allow their pupils to open fully, and that's got me worried. The thing I'm most worried about is this car. If you turn it on, you can't turn the lights off. I need to get set up fast and then turn the car off so my lights don't disturb them. From now on, I'm only going to be able to film with the red light. Okay, to power up this baby, I am using the car battery. Car battery is hooked up to an inverter, which gives me a British plug socket, and I can plug my laptop into it, which draws a very high voltage. 20% of my power will be lost to the inverter. And everyone is right, you know, it's very inefficient. But it works, as long as I top the car battery up by turning on the car. But tonight, because of the observers, I can't do that. Still, I guess if I run out of juice, they can always give me a jump start. Okay, there she goes. First light, folks. Let's see if Betty's behaving. First one is coming through.
Let's see. Whoa, that looks good.
In just 30 seconds, we got the horse head, nice tight stars, good diffraction spikes, the flame nebula, a satellite, and clearly Betty is shining in this absolutely epic environment.
It's just crazy how nice it is here. It's like an absolute dream.
The air is so stable, the stars aren't twinkling, and there's almost no light pollution.
You can see the Milky Way, right? This is a video, and you can see the Milky Way.
If there was ever a place to take on Kitt Peak, this is surely it. Above us right now is one of the nearest nebula to Earth. This seemingly empty bit of sky is actually filled with a river of dark dust. The Taurus molecular cloud blots out the bright Milky Way, making it look like there's nothing there. In 2020, Kitt Peak peered into the murk and revealed that some of the filaments of dust had formed the shape of a baby eagle's head. I kid you not. It's so faint, I'd never take this on back home. Even here, I'll need to do seriously long exposures.
Guiding has to be fantastic. Everything has to be fantastic. This is hardcore.
At this altitude, the temperature drops quickly, and Angelo heads for the warmth of his home. Soon after,
Bad things are happening.
the catastrophic thing that I've been dreading happens.
Collimation is now way off.
Something is causing Betty's internals to move, and something even more serious is causing my internals to move.
I've forgotten my packed lunch, so I'm blooming starving.
Betty's struggling, folks.
Third time tonight I'm getting collimation.
Then at 1 a.m, the problem mysteriously disappears.
Betty seems to be doing pretty well now. I'm actually wearing my sleeping bag.
Now I've got the sleeping bag on, nothing is going to stop me falling asleep. Such is the fatigue I have from the week I've had. Hopefully, in the next 4 hours, Betty will serve up a beautiful baby eagle's head. We won't know if we're as sharp as Kitt Peak until I get back to London and process the subs.
You're gonna think I've made this up. I haven't. I've got a flat battery. I've got a flat battery.
And the observers have left,
Oh God.
so I'm stuck 2,100 metres up the side of a volcano on a small island 350 miles off the coast of Africa.
I'm really not sure what to do. I think I'll try pushing the van backwards and seeing if I can get it started going downhill.
As long as I don't miss the ferry, which is in 4 hours, everything will be okay. Don't worry, folks. If I make the car lighter, should be able to do it.
Oh, man.
I suppose I'm gonna have to wake up Angelo.
I really am in trouble. Because there's no mobile reception. So I can't get in touch with Angelo. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Luckily, in life or death situations, humans are able to summon extraordinary strength. Come on, Biscuit. Go on. Yeah, baby. I call this technique the bouncing start. I've managed 24 feet in an hour. Annoyingly, that's slower than a snail, and what's worse, I seem to have come to a complete stop.
I need to get the reverse end up that steep bit a bit, just so I can bring it round and down the hill, but I can't. I think the one option I've got is to try, see if I can start it from there down to there, which is unlikely, to be honest, but it's the last hope I've got.
In a few moments the car will be back where it began. Hopefully this time though, the engine will be running.
No. Now I am stuffed. Like, catastrophically stuffed. Right, I'm leaving the car there. I'm gonna walk down the mountain. And I'm gonna hope I find a phone signal. A lot of you thinking I've made this up for dramatic effect. You are 100% wrong. Oh God.
In 2.5 hours, the ferry leaves for Tenerife. If I'm not on it, then I'll miss my flight from Tenerife to London. And if that happens, I'll be stuck in the Canaries because I don't have the funds to buy a new ticket.
I got a signal. Angelo's probably asleep.
So I message him.
Okay, looking at my WhatsApp, it looks like my message, I have a flat battery, help, has gotten through. And another one has, but he hasn't seen it. Right, and the third message has gone through. Okay. Well,
There's nothing I can do but wait.
hopefully his phone's just switched off because he's knackered and having a lie in.
I turn my phone off to save battery and head back up to the van.
Hopefully we'll get out of this one with Bessie alive.
Mrs. Biscuit, didn't Rory say he'd be coming home today? If Rory was here, I'm sure he'd like to thank his patrons. Because without you, videos like this can't be made with a talking bunny in it. I'd also like to give a shout out to RICKTENSTEIN and his awesome tunes. You can buy them from Bandcamp, and if you become a member on Bandcamp, then you get exclusive content, which includes an interview with RICKTENSTEIN and Rory talking all things Astrobiscuit.